So we're joined by Mark and Ed from Ipswich Town here, and what a great week to be at SoccerX, just on the back of your first win in the Premier League over Tottenham Hotspur.
It certainly made it a more enjoyable flight, that was for sure. But yeah, great to be here, great attendance from everyone again, and yeah, as you said, on the back of a win.
And Ed, in the States, we're seeing more and more interest in soccer in general. Is that translating to interest in Ipswich?
There's no question. I mean, we've got celebrity people that are interested in Ipswich and posting things, and so we really see an increase in interest in the Premier League and football, or as we call it in America, soccer in general.
And of course, this place in 2 years' time, well, even next year, there's the Club World Cup, and then in 2 years' time, the World Cup. Not just Miami, the whole of America is just going to take off, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you can see an increase in the whole interest in UK football now from across the pond. You know, ownership in the Premier League, ownership in the Championship, in all divisions really has grown substantially. And I think the fact that SoccerX is here, you know, reaffirms that, as you said, going into 2 huge tournaments here in the US pretty soon.
And Ed, your investment into Ipswich wasn't into a Premier League club; it was in a Tier 3 club, you know. But I mean, it's really worked well, hasn't it?
It has, and it's almost like the American dream for an investment, where you can come buy an undervalued investment, and because of promotion relegation, you do well, you really get rewarded financially. So it's been a great run for us so far.
And you've got a young manager that's much in demand, but he's an Ipswich man, isn't he, Kieran?
He is. You know, success breeds different challenges. In the summer, back-to-back promotions achieved. You know, a number of the big clubs came knocking. But I was delighted that he felt the journey had not completed and he wanted to be with us moving forward. He's a key part of the success that we've built, and I believe he'll be a key part of the success moving forward.
And bringing in new players has obviously been a challenge. Everyone wants to play in the Premier League, but there's a lot of clubs competing for them. Just tell me, one of your superstar backers, your sponsor, the biggest fan, the most prominent fan you've got, Ed Sheeran, he can play a part, can't he?
He certainly can. Again, a local man, global superstar, sponsor of the football club, now a shareholder, and now officially part of our recruitment team. So in the summer, we were trying to persuade, I think, one particular player to join the football club, and realised that he was very quickly an Ed Sheeran fan. Ed jumped on a Zoom call with him at the training ground just before he stepped on stage with Taylor Swift, and hopefully that was key part of getting the player across the line.
And is the player doing okay at the moment? I know you won't name him, but give us a clue.
Certainly scoring a few goals.
There you go. So it narrows it down. So there you go. But Ed Sheeran is such a fantastic ambassador for the club, isn't he? Especially in the States.
He really is. Whenever used to be when they said Ed, it would be about me. But now when they talk about Ed, it's
You're
Ed
the second
Sheeran.
Ed.
Yes,
in the
right,
room.
exactly, and that's okay. That's a really good thing. No, but he's an incredible asset for the club, and when he says, "What can I do to help?" he means it, and the recruitment story is just one of many where behind the scenes he really is a part of us. And while other clubs might have what I'll call kind of vanity celebrities involved, he really cares and he's really involved, and we're blessed to have him.
Yeah,
and honored.
And we're in the Hard Rock Cafe in Miami, the Hard Rock Hotel. Just tell us where Ed was when he was FaceTiming the team as they won promotion in the playoff final.
It was bizarre. He was probably about 100 yards in the sports bar away. He'd been to the Miami Grand Prix, the final game of the season where we needed a point against Huddersfield. He was here. So he was FaceTiming myself during the game when we were 1-0 up, 2-0 up from the sports bar, literally yards away from us. And it's just incredible that we're here today. Almost completes the story. But as Ed said, there's an authenticity from Ed and his relationship with the football club at all levels, as a local man who supports his local community, and we're proud to have him on board.
And that Tottenham game, the shirts were made up. That actually had Ed, the castle on the hill,
absolutely
woven into the shirts. It's that ingrained, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's why, look, we've gone from the third tier of English football to the Premier League, but we haven't forgot our roots, and Ed's a key part of that. The work that we do in our local community is essential to us, and the fact that we play in a kit, we in the pink kit. If you didn't realise, we beat Tottenham, just putting that out there, and to play in his kit in such a big game was fantastic.
It all came together. The stars were aligned, weren't they?
It was. Look, it's been a tough start to the season. Premier League is brutal, and step is huge. we've been competitive in all the games, but to finally get that win under our belt and then hopefully move forward. Next game is Manchester United at home. They don't come any bigger than that again. But that's the nature of this amazing league, which is the Premier League.
Yeah, I was going to come on to that. I mean, the circus will roll into town, won't it?
Yeah.
It's something you embrace?
Yeah, operationally, these games are a challenge. 30,000 in Portman Road, broadcasting around the world. It'll be a test for us again, but, I think the opening game against Liverpool was a test. This will be another test. Both on and the pitch, we'll be right ready for it.
And are there clubs that you look at as a sort of model for how far you can achieve? Maybe the likes of Brentford and Brighton, who stabilised after coming up and chasing European football and so on?
No, for sure. And I think you can go a step further. You look at Aston Villa this year. It was only a handful of seasons ago they were in the Championship and struggling in the Championship. And I think what their ownership have done is fantastic. They've got a manager who's taken them to a whole nother level. And now they're competing in European competitions. Ipswich traditionally is a club that, again, under Bobby Robson, etc., competed in European competition. There's no reason why ultimately the club can't go back to those kind of days, but it's going to take time. It's an amazing football club that has struggled and has its real struggles over the last 2 decades. But with these amazing investors that we've got behind the scenes, they've pumped the finances in that's been spent wisely. Young, talented manager, and the club's certainly on a roll right now.
And Ed, just tell us, what do you think the World Cup, the impact of the World Cup is going to be in this country? Because I think Don Garber from the MLS said the other day it'll be like rocket fuel to the growth of soccer in the US.
I really do believe that's the case. It's there's already so much excitement, and the whole country is just buzzing for the World Cup. And having a Premier League club, we think it's a great opportunity for us to capture a lot of fans that maybe haven't chosen a favorite team yet. And we think that Ipswich is going to be America's team. And
there could be a few Ipswich players taking part by the look of it.
Listen, you like to think so. We've got a number of players, Delap, Hutchinson are in the under-20s. And, it'd be great to see them get senior calls at some point. So, again, we're a very talented group that's developing under a very, very talented young manager.
So the future's bright?
Hell yes.
Thank you. Brilliant. Great to see you, Mark.
Thanks for your time.
And Ed?
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.